Hi, and welcome to the Canceled News. This week, the economy started to open again in many parts of the country. Here in California, it's been reopening slowly, so I went out on the streets to interview people to see how they feel about things opening up again. Excuse me, how do you feel about the economy reopening?
Get the f*** away from me!
But how do you feel about it?
Get the f*** away from me! Get the f*** away from me!
Excuse me,
Get away from me!
are you ready?
No!
Sir, do you have any thoughts on the economy reopening?
Well, you know, it's kind of a complicated situation because you don't want to open things up too early and put people at...
Get the f*** away from me! This Monday was Star Wars Day, when nerds say, "May the 4th be with you." Then the next day was Cinco de Mayo, when nerds say, "You know, they don't really celebrate this in Mexico." But on Star Wars Day, some people even dress up as their favorite character. Oh, that's not Chewbacca. That's just a text some girl sent me after being in quarantine for 2 months. On Star Wars Day, police in Toronto tackled and arrested a female stormtrooper for carrying a toy blaster rifle. Now, the security footage is disturbing, but it's still way more enjoyable than Rise of Skywalker. This is actually the first time a Canadian has gotten in trouble for wearing a white face instead of a black one. Scientists have found that the herpes virus may cause Alzheimer's disease. Namely, when they asked men in front of their wives, "Where did you get herpes?" they all said, "Oh, I don't know, I forget." Dog the Bounty Hunter got engaged to his new girlfriend this week. There's still no word whether she'll keep her last name or change it to the Bounty Hunter. Now, Dwayne the Dog Chapman's daughters say they approve of his new engagement and even offered to carry his train at the wedding. That's sweet. Because the Kentucky Derby was canceled this year, a virtual Kentucky Derby was held between past Triple Crown winners using state-of-the-art technology, and Secretariat won. Here's a clip of the race.
And they're off. Secretariat away very well, has good position on the rail, and in fact is now going up with the leaders. They're moving for the first turn. It is Secretariat as they move around the turn with Secretariat second. Then there's a large gap. Make it 8 lengths. They're on the backstretch. It's almost a match race now. Secretariat's on the inside, by a head.
That is state-of-the-art technology in Kentucky. Although it pissed me off, the glue bottle that I labeled Secretariat wound up being the slowest. Several plastic surgery offices in Beverly Hills reopened this week, so you can now get a boob job and a facelift, but not a haircut. And it's totally worth it to go out and get plastic surgery right now, because even if you contract the coronavirus, you are going to look so hot on that ventilator. In fact, so many celebrities want plastic surgery that the president has sent both the Comfort and the Mercy to handle the overflow. Hafthor Bjornsson, who played the Mountain on Game of Thrones, broke the deadlift world record by lifting over 1,100 pounds, so his name will be misspelled in next year's Guinness Book of World Records. The Asian murder hornet has been sighted in Washington state, and many people fear it will soon take over the country. Now, I'll be honest, I think this is a lot of panic over nothing. This is just like when they told us America was going to be overrun by killer bees and the metric system. It never happened. And even if you do happen to see an Asian murder hornet, you're fine as long as you stay like 123 centimeters away. And even though it's called the Asian murder hornet, it doesn't actually murder anyone. It's just a name, like how social justice warriors don't actually care about justice. And I want to be clear, I am not calling it the Asian murder hornet to be racist towards Asian people, or because it has a yellow face and a tiny little pokey thing between its legs and they all look the same to me. I'm calling it the Asian murder hornet because it comes from Asia. In Indonesia, a monkey riding a mini motorcycle tried to kidnap a baby. So just be glad we only have murder hornets. You see that? If Harambe had a motorcycle, maybe he would have gotten away. Hollywood is already making a movie about this incident called The Fast and the Curious. Get this, scientists have found that the herpes virus may cause Alzheimer's disease. Namely, when they asked men, "Where did you get herpes?" in front of their wives, they all said, "I don't know, I forget." In a new documentary, Michael Jordan reveals that he originally wanted to sign an endorsement deal with Adidas, not Nike. And he originally wanted to grow a Stalin mustache, not a Hitler. Facebook added a new care reaction emoji, which is a yellow face hugging a heart. And we really needed this because, before this, all we had was the red heart, which people would use to express both love and sympathy. And it always felt a little weird using the same reaction for posts that said "my grandmother has Parkinson's disease" and posts that said "the McRib is back at McDonald's." Nicolas Cage will play Joe Exotic in a new narrative movie based on the Tiger King documentary. Except this time, Joe Exotic will have to stop Carol Baskin from feeding the Declaration of Independence to her tigers. Joe Exotic has actually been reaching out to President Trump to ask for a presidential pardon and to ask if he could not be played by Nicolas Cage. Meat shortages have caused several Wendy's restaurants to take hamburgers off of their menus. And it's weird that Burger King and McDonald's haven't taken hamburgers off of their menus. I guess there's only a shortage of square meat. Like, why don't they just use, expired Walmart garbage like Joe Exotic? In a new biography of Benedict XVI, the retired Pope claims that his enemies in the Catholic Church are trying to silence him. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a little skeptical of this claim because Benedict is 93 years old, and the Catholic Church has never silenced anyone over 18. A San Diego man was photographed grocery shopping while wearing a KKK mask. He explained he was only there to buy white flour, white flour! Tuesday was Adele's 32nd birthday, and she posted this picture on Instagram to celebrate. And this is real. In the 3 days since then, CNN has posted 4 different articles by 4 different authors about how we're allowed to react to Adele's weight loss. Now, this is ridiculous. Why does everything have to turn into some debate over political correctness and social messages and gender norms? You can just be nice. Just say something nice. Just say, you look good, you look healthy, you're not fat like Jeff Zucker anymore, and move on. Finally, scientists have found that the herpes virus may cause Alzheimer's disease. Namely when they asked men, where did you get herpes in front of their wives, they all said, I don't know, I forget.